Believe me, it's a really good thing that the nomads can't just come and go around Valsembor as they please anymore.
That big boat, the Crystal, it's been rotting at the dock for years.
Things are heating up for Mayor Bulyakin.
We're going to see the Nomad Souk. Apparently they have good prices.
Since the town hall closed the port, we sometimes get the impression we're living in a ghost town.
Hi there. Anything biting?
As if. 20 years there's been fewer fish, but sometimes you can get lucky. Go figure. It's really odd.
You seem to know the region well. Maybe you can fill me in a bit. I'd like to know a little bit more about the local legend. I was told that there's a monster down there, living at the bottom of the lake.
It's not a legend.
And how can you be so sure?
Back when, the lake froze over earlier in the season. People would go out and make holes in the ice in the middle of the lake, then fish like that. Sometimes they would even set up these cabins for the winter next to the hole. The old folk always said you should only cut a small hole, just wide enough so the fish could be pulled through when you landed them. No more than that. One day, this guy who was kind of odd cut a really big hole. To make it easier, he said. In case he caught a really big one. You don't have to believe me, but he's the one who went into the hole. Backwards. Into the depths. In less time than it takes to say it, the monster's arm came through the hole, then dragged the poor guy down to the bottom of the lake. That's why the old folks say never make a big hole in the ice, because of the monster that lurks below.
And how do you know all that?
Because the poor guy was my older brother. And I was fishing just next to him that day. So you think what you want. You have a good day, miss.
Are you okay, sir? One more step and you were in the drink.
Ian... Oh.
Pardon?
It's me, Captain Obo. Obo! Proud commander of the... just as proud Crystal. So don't you, sir, me.
Well, delighted. Captain, I'm Kate Walker. I'm looking for Steiner's, the clockmaker.
If I fall in the water, Taylor, it'll be to go straight to hell. So don't fall in the water, Sail. You understand? Bastard's waiting for me.
Who are you talking about?
The monster of the lake is waiting for us all, miss. Everyone's time comes eventually. To finish the work. Come on, back in the fight. Because you can never lower your guard. Never.
As deserted as the outside. Hello? Anyone here? Poor Captain. Even though his superstitions terrify him, he's obviously dreaming of a second chance.
Someone stole 3 chickens last night. I bet it was those damn thieving yokels again.
Yeah, we can't always accuse the foxes. You should go see about complaining to the mayor with all the others.
I can't understand why those damn savages are stuck here. It's not like anybody's making them stay, the damn pipsqueaks. They should jump right into the water, with their damn ostriches. Then they can wash behind their damn ears for once.
There's some making them stay connected to their religion. They believe in a whole pile of nonsense.
Oh yeah? I heard that someone up top decided to order them to stay here. From Central Administration. And Mayor Bulyakin can't do a thing. His hands are tied.
So what? So we have to have the nomads in our homes?
That's what I heard. But I know that the mayor would also love to see the Yukals cross the lake and burn themselves in Baranur.
The lake is haunted by a demon. It's watching me. Waiting. I can feel it. All those youngsters trying to act smart to impress the Steiner girl. It really gets to me.
I'd really suggest you steer well clear of Captain Obo, miss. He's always basically drunk as a skunk.
I hope you find the tavern agreeable, miss.
That's the nice man who helped me leave the Yukal camp. I should go thank him.
Ah, miss, delighted to see that you finally managed to leave the Yukal camp.
Yes, thank you very much for the pass.
Well, now that you're at last here, you'll be able to taste my famous borscht.
It would be my pleasure, but I do have to find Steiner the clockmaker right away.
Simon Steiner? Ah, in that case, you should speak with Sarah, our young waitress. She's his granddaughter.
Is Simon Steiner well known here in Valsembor?
For a long time, he was rather popular. You know, he isn't just a clockmaker. He knows everything about mechanical objects. He repaired everything for everybody here in Valsembor. He also designed the amusement park on the other side of the lake with a colleague of his. A French automaton creator, if I remember right. You could say Valsembor owes a lot to Simon Steiner, miss. So when he got sick, I offered to hire Sarah to help a little. You understand?
I met that man recently. A certain Captain Obo. He doesn't seem very with it.
And he's been that way for 20 years, miss. 20 years. Can you imagine? He used to command the Crystal, the boat that made the crossing between here and the amusement park, on the other side of the lake. And he wasn't the same man then.
How are things in town? They don't seem to be going that well.
If you ask me, the atmosphere is horrible. At least half the people don't want the Yukals right at our door. Most of the shopkeepers even made the decision to go on strike over what they saw as unfair competition. Also, Valsembor hasn't been the same in the last 20 years. There it is.
I'm off. Thank you again for your help.
See you soon, miss.
Excuse me, please, miss.
Yes?
I'm looking for Simon Steiners.
Simon Steiner is my grandfather. My name is Sarah. Sarah Steiner.
Pleased to meet you, Sarah. I'm Kate Walker. Can you tell me where I can find your grandfather's workshop?
Of course. You'll find his shop is at the end of the alleyway, on the left, just as you leave it, in the main avenue. Can I ask what you want with him? Because he's rather old, you know.
I'm accompanying the Yukal caravan. Apparently your grandfather is supposed to be making a mechanical prosthesis for Kirk, their spiritual chief, who had a bad accident recently. Without the artificial leg, Kirk won't be able to go along with the great migration of his people. And on top of that, the Yukals won't leave without their guide.
You're accompanying the Yukals? My God, you're so terribly lucky. When I was little, Grandfather used to tell me all about their adventures, full of mystery and magic.
You seem to like the Yukals, Sarah. I get the impression that's rare in Valsembor.
It's true that when it comes to the Yukals, people around here can be a bit silly. They go out of their way to make the nomads scapegoats for all of the town's problems since they got stuck here.
But you don't, do you?
Of course not. Grandfather told me that he has actually seen 3 or 4 of the great ostrich migrations in his lifetime, and he always really respected those strange people. He even made sure I would admire them too, you know.
I guess you're pretty close to your grandfather?
Yes. Of course he can get a bit grumpy, especially the last few years. But he's actually really adorable, and you should see the work he does. Give him a few cogs and springs, and he'll give you some unbelievably incredible invention. He almost makes mechanical objects seem alive.
I see exactly what you mean. I used to know someone like that too.
The only problem we have is that business collapsed when he got sick. I really do believe that if I didn't have the waitressing jobs to make ends meet, we'd probably have to close up shop.
Do you like life in Valsembor?
Oh, there's really not that much to talk about here, you know. I spend all my time here or with grandfather since he got sick.
There was no one who could keep an eye on him for you?
We can't afford it, I'm afraid. I also think I prefer it this way. My grandfather is my only family.
Thank you for your help.
I'll be stopping in to see grandfather on my next break. Maybe I'll see you there.
Yes, I hope so. Goodbye, Sarah.
The way they treat the nomads around here is terrible.
Everyone's been surly the last few months.
Looking for cigars or some hooch? I'm even cheaper than the nomads.
No Yukos in Valsembor!
The shopkeepers are on strike for the first time in ages. That's not good business for anyone, if you want my opinion.
Mr. Mayor! Do your job and come out onto the balcony! The voters want to talk to you!
The nomads are stealing our merchandise and our customers. The Yukos don't belong in Valsembor. The shopkeepers have had enough.
Thieving Yukos in Valsembor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Thieving Yukos in Valsembor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Close the nomad souk! Throw them all out or we'll stay on strike!
There have been 10 thefts from my shop since those savages showed up! Mr. Mayor, who's gonna pay?
Come outside! Show yourself, Mr. Mayor!
Yeah, come outside now or we'll throw you out in the next elections. Mayor Buyakim! Mayor Buyakim!
Thieving Yukos in Valsembor! The shopkeepers want them out the door! Thieving Yukos in Valsembor!
You should have seen it back when the port was still open and booming.
We're
You'd never even heard of a strike.
It's kicking off near the town hall. I don't like that new waitress working in the tavern at all.
Steiner.